Hey folks, ever wonder why some rifles that could chew through hell and spit out brass never got the glory they deserved? We're talking guns that showed up ready to rumble but got benched by bad luck or big-name bullies like the Garand or AR-15. These aren't just relics gathering dust. They're battle-tested beasts that influenced what we sling today. If you're the type who geeks out over forgotten firepower, or you're building a collection that packs real punch, stick around. We're counting down 8 semi-auto rifles that history shortchanged. But trust me, they're worth your ammo. From World War II warriors to hunting heroes, let's dive in and give them the nod they earned. And hey, if this fires you up, smash that like button and subscribe to Firearm Standard for more deep dives into the guns that matter. Number 8. Remington Model 8. Man, if you're into the roots of semi-auto rifles, the Remington Model 8 is like that old-timer at the range who schools everyone without saying a word. Designed by the legend himself, John Browning, back in 1906, this thing was way ahead of its curve. Picture this, you're out in the woods and you need fast follow-ups on a deer that's zigzagging like it's late for dinner. The Model 8 delivers with its long recoil system. Barrel and bolt slide back together, then the bolt chambers the next round smooth as butter. It came in calibers like 25 Remington, 30 Remington, 32 Remington, and the crowd pleaser 35 Remington, packing enough wallop for big game without beating your shoulder to a pulp. Weighing in at about 8 pounds with a 22-inch barrel, it's got that balanced feel that makes long hikes feel shorter. The fixed 5-round magazine loads via stripper clips, keeping things simple and reliable. No detachable mags here, but hey, in its day, that was cutting edge. Recoil's manageable, thanks to the design absorbing the kick like a pro wrestler. Length overall is around 41 inches, making it handy in tight brush. Now, let's talk real-world grit. This rifle wasn't just for hunters, it saw duty with lawmen. Remember Frank Hamer, the Texas Ranger who ended Bonnie and Clyde's joyride? He rocked a souped-up Model 8 and 35 Remington, drilling through car doors like they were paper. That's the kind of street cred that should have made it a star, but proprietary cartridges limited its spread. Imagine if it had gone 30 OH6 from the jump. It might have ruled the roost. Today, if you're hunting one down, expect to drop $400 to $600 for a used example in good shape, though pristine collector pieces can hit $700 or more. Parts are out there, but you'll want to check the bore for wear from those old loads. If you're into classics that blend history with hunt-ready performance, snag a Model 8. It's like owning a piece of Browning's brain. Underrated, but it'll make you grin every trigger pull. Number 7. Winchester Model 100. Alright, shifting gears to the 60s hunting scene, where the Winchester Model 100 stepped up like that reliable buddy who always has your back on a cold morning stand. This semi-auto was Winchester's play to heat up the market for fast-shooting deer rifles. And boy, did it deliver for those who gave it a shot. Chambered in .243 Winchester for varmint popping, .308 Winchester for all-around thump, or the underrated .284 Winchester that hits like a 7mm without the hype, it's got options for whatever game's on the menu. Specs-wise, we're looking at a 22-inch round barrel for that sweet velocity, gas-operated action that cycles like clockwork, and a detachable 4-round box mag, perfect for states with capacity limits. Weight hovers around 7.5 pounds, unloaded, with an overall length of about 42.5 inches, so it carries easy and points natural, not front-heavy like some autos. The walnut stock with checkering feels premium, and that balance lets you swing on moving targets without fighting the gun. Hunters loved it for sub-MOA groups right out of the box, especially with a crisp trigger pull around 4 to 5 pounds. I've seen guys stack shots at 200 yards on paper, no sweat. But here's the rub. No 30 OH meant it missed the boat with traditionalists who swore by the old standby. Current prices? Used ones in solid condition go for $400 to $700, while new old stock or mint examples can fetch $1,000 plus. Ammo availability is great for .308, less so for .284, but hand-loading keeps it alive. If you're after a semi-auto hunter that feels like an extension of your arm, the Model 100's your underrated pick. It'll turn heads at the range and fill your freezer without the fanfare. Number 6. MAS-49-56. Now, don't sleep on the French just because their rifles don't get the American love affair treatment. The MAS-49-56 is proof they knew how to build a no-nonsense battle rifle that punches hard and keeps ticking. This thing rolled out in the late 50s, right before everyone went full auto crazy, and it's like that understated tool in your kit that saves the day quietly. Chambered in 7.5 by 54 French, it's got that intermediate punch. Think 308 vibes, but with milder recoil for faster shots. Key specs: 20.67-inch barrel for solid ballistics, direct impingement gas system. Yep, like the AR, but tougher on fouling if you slack on cleaning. 10-round detachable mag, and weight around 8.6 pounds. Overall length is about 40 inches, with a grenade launcher built in. Flip up the sights, slap on a 22mm grenade, and you're set for some explosive fun. The action's simple, light, and easy to strip down in the field. No pistons cluttering things up. Soldiers in Algeria and Indochina swore by it for accuracy, sub-2 MOA with good ammo, and the recoil's a gentle push, not a mule kick. Imagine humping through jungle, needing a rifle that won't jam after a monsoon. The MAS delivers with its sealed design. But that proprietary cartridge killed its global chances. No swapping with NATO buddies, so it stayed mostly French. Compared to the G3 or FAL, it's lighter and simpler, but timing doomed it. By the 60s, bullpups and 5.56 were the rage. Still, in a pinch for home defense or hog hunting, with adapters for modern scopes, it shines. Market-wise, surplus models in excellent condition run $800 to $400, often with accessories. Ammo's reloadable, but stock up on brass. If you're into foreign mil-serp that blends history with reliability, grab a MAS 4956. It's the quiet achiever that deserves more range time. Number 5. FN-49. Okay, let's hop over to post-World War II Europe, where the FN-49 was supposed to be the next big thing in battle rifles, but ended up as that talented kid who never got scouted. Fabrique Nationale cooked this up in the late 40s, aiming to bridge the gap between old bolt-action sub-MOA and the coming assault rifle wave. It's got a tilting bolt system that's smooth and reliable, feeding from a 10-round detachable box mag, easy to swap in the heat of things. Chamberings varied by buyer: 30-06 Springfield for punchy range work, 7x57 Mauser for lighter recoil, or 7.92x57 Mauser for that classic German bite. Barrel length around 23 inches for solid velocity, overall length about 43.5 inches, weight tipping 9.5 pounds unloaded. Feels substantial, but balances well for aimed fire. Gas-operated with adjustable regulator, so you can tune it for dirty ammo or suppressors if you're modernizing. Accuracy? Collectors rave about 1 to 2 MOA with match loads, making it a tack driver for its era. If you're into mil-serp with history, it's a gem. Current prices for used examples hover around $1,100 to $200 on average. Those sniper variants or mint condition can spike to $1,900 to $6,500. Ammo's available, but stock up on brass for reloading. Don't let the obscurity fool you. This rifle earned its stripes quietly. Number 4. Heckler & Koch G3. The HK G3, the heavyweight champ that dominated overseas but flew under the radar stateside. Like that underrated fighter who knocks out everyone but skips the title belt. Born in the 50s, this 7.62x51 NATO beast uses a roller-delayed blowback system that's dead simple. No gas pistons, just rollers locking the bolt until pressure drops. It feeds from 20-round steel mags, tough as nails, and easy to rock and lock. Specs breakdown: standard barrel 17.7 inches, overall length 40.4 inches or less with collapsible stock. Weight about 9.7 pounds. Feels hefty, but that's the price for barrier-busting power. Recoil's a sharp snap, not a push, but you get used to it quick, and it cycles anything from surplus ball to match hollow points without hiccups. In the field, imagine urban ops or long-range patrols. That 7.62 punches through cover at 500 yards, and the rifle's built to eat abuse. I've seen G3s from African conflicts still running after decades of neglect. Globally, it armed over 60 countries, from Germany to Pakistan, outlasting flashier designs thanks to upgrades like rails for optics or folding stocks. But in the US, the M14 and FL stole the show, leaving the G3 as the import special. Compared to an AR-10, it's cruder but more bomb-proof in mud or sand. If you're chasing one, civilian clones like the PTR-91 go for $800 to $1,400 new, while original HKs can hit $400 used or way up for collectibles. Full auto transfers around $25K, $35K if you're NFA inclined. Parts are plentiful, and with modern handguards, it adapts to tack life. Grab a G3 if you want raw power without the hype. It'll make you rethink battle rifle favorites. Number 3. Daewoo K2. If you've ever wished for an AR-15 that mated with an AK and popped out a love child, meet the Daewoo K2, the South Korean powerhouse that's been quietly owning it for decades but barely registers on American radars. This 5.5 6x45 NATO rifle blends AR ergonomics, ambi safety mag release, with AK-style long-stroke gas piston reliability, meaning it runs dirty without choking. Key specs: 18.3-inch barrel for balanced ballistics, overall length 38.6 inches, folds to 29 inches with stock collapsed, weight around 7.5 pounds, light enough for CQB but sturdy for patrols. 30-round stain-ag mags, adjustable gas system for suppressors, and a side-folding stock that's factory fresh, no mods needed. Republic of Korea troops have hammered these in mud, snow, and urban drills. It's built to endure, cycling cheap steel case ammo like premium brass. Picture vehicle extractions or room clears. The folding stock shrinks it down and controls feel intuitive if you're AR trained. But global timing sucked. ARs and AKs had the market locked, so Daewoo didn't push civvy sales hard. The new S&T Motive K2S variants hitting U.S. shores in 2025, semi-auto only, with modern touches like pick rails. Compared to a standard AR, it's more compact folded and tougher in filth, but less modular out of box. Prices: used originals around $2,000, with bids hitting $1,825 on auctions. New K2S MSRP TBD, likely $1,500 to $2,000 based on buzz. Ammo's NATO standard, parts emerging with imports. If you're after a hybrid that's battle-proven without the crowd, the K2's your sleeper hit. Reliable, versatile, and finally getting some love. Number 2. Johnson Rifle Model 1941. Listen up. If there's one rifle that got robbed of its spotlight by the M1 Garand, it's the Johnson Model 1941. Like that backup quarterback who could have been MVP but never got the start. This World War II-era semi-auto was Melvin Johnson's brainchild, packing .30-06 Springfield in a 10-round rotary magazine that you could top off mid-fight with loose rounds or stripper clips. No waiting for that ping like on the Garand, just keep feeding it without breaking rhythm. Specs time: 22-inch barrel for that long-range poke, overall length about 45.9 inches, weight around 9.5 pounds, feels solid but not a boat anchor. Short recoil operation where the barrel moves back with the bolt, unlocking after a bit, and a quick-change barrel feature that's straight out of future machine gun playbooks. Recoil's a bit picky on how you shoulder it, and more parts mean more to maintain, but once dialed in, it runs like a dream. Marines in the Pacific, like Raiders and paratroopers, loved it for jungle scraps, reliable when mud tried to win. But timing? Sucked. Garand production was cranking, so no switcheroo. Fun fact, Johnson's rotating bolt inspired Eugene Stoner's AR-10, trickling down to your AR-15 today. It's like the Johnson's ghost lives in our source. Every modern black rifle. In the wild, imagine island hopping with a gun that lets you reload on the fly. Huge edge. Compared to the Garand, it's more flexible but finickier. Current market? These collectors' darlings fetch $5,000 to $8,500 in Almi. Excellent shape, depending on provenance. Add more for Marine-marked ones. Parts are scarce, so check condition hard. If you're chasing history that shoots, the Johnson's your underrated hero. It'll make you rethink World War II icons. Number 1. Ruger Mini 14. Wrapping the list with the Ruger Mini 14, the quiet operator that's been humming along since the 70s like that reliable pickup truck in your garage. Never flashy, but always gets the job done. It's basically a shrunken M14, chambered in .223 Remington 5.56 NATO, with a Garand-style rotating bolt and short-stroke gas piston that keeps it chugging through crud. Standard 18.5-inch barrel, tactical models at 16.1 inches. Overall length 37.25 inches, weight about 6.7 pounds unloaded, light and handy for ranch work or patrols. Detachable box mags, usually 5 or 20 rounds, state laws apply, adjustable sights, and modern versions with heavier barrels for better heat handling and sub-2 MOA accuracy. Early ones caught flack for wandering groups after heating up, but Ruger beefed them up. Now they hold tight at 100 yards. Law enforcement and ranchers dig the Woodstock vibe that doesn't scream tactical, slipping under bans in restrictive spots. Picture varmint control or home defense. Quick follow-ups, low recoil, and it eats cheap ammo without complaints. Compared to an AR-15, it's less modular but tougher in neglect. No direct impingement fouling. Upgrades like rails keep it current. I've plinked with one. Feels nostalgic yet capable. Prices today? New models around $1,000, $1,100. Used in good nick, $700, $900. Tactical variants, add $100, $200. Ammo's everywhere. Parts plentiful from Ruger. If you want dependable without the drama, the Mini 14's your top underrated pick. It's earned its keep in the shadows. There you have it, folks. 8 semi-auto rifles that history kinda forgot. But they shaped the game anyway. From battlefield beasts to hunting workhorses, these guns prove the best ones don't always hog the headlines. Which one's the biggest sleeper in your book? Or got a hidden gem I missed? Sound off in the comments. I love hearing your takes. If this got your trigger finger itching, hit that like, subscribe to Firearm Standard, and ring the bell for more no BS firearm deep dives. Stay safe out there and catch you next time.